Hello everyone, Wicked Gaming back again to talk about how to use DarkStar manufacturing. In the last video, we went over research and how to accomplish all of that. I will assume that you are well on your path to completing all of your research so that you can fully unlock this mod. Feel free to take whatever time that takes. It's your game, your playthrough. I'll just have to assume you've done it though. I may reference some of it here and there, but I'm going to try and stay focused. So for today, we are going to talk about these blue benches. This is all about apparel, crafting, and enhancement. You will notice, even on a level 1 character, that you can craft, not at the enhancement bench. Ha ha ha. Clicked on the wrong one, did I? You can craft all apparel in the game. There are no requirements popping up here on the right, just ingredients. So as long as you have the ingredients to craft one of these, you can just do it right away. That is because, the reason I chose to do that is because this equipment, this clothing, is mostly non-beneficial. It's just for aesthetic purposes. And it is available to you for, most of it's available right away. You can go to any vendor and buy some of this stuff. Some of the things are things that you cannot acquire legitimately without console commands on PC, such as Bayou's Corpware. Some of it you can only get through specific tragic events or quests, and only if you do certain things. So you should be able to come and make Delgado's outfit, or Captain Akonde's outfit, or a dirty physician's uniform. Whatever you want to wear, if it's clothing from the base game, it'll be listed here and you can craft it. So I will, for the sake of quick examples, I will craft. Scroll please. Scroll please. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm going to craft the Astral Lounge Charmware. So this gives me, for the cost of a few pieces of fiber and odds and ends, this gives me the Astral Lounge Charmware, which I can wear as is. You can see it comes with the 5% persuasion chance, and that is because this is the exact apparel found in the game. It's not modified by this mod. It isn't altered at all. It is the clothing from the base game files. I just added a recipe so that you could craft it without having to hunt it down or ice somebody to loot it or any of that. Okay, so now that I have that though, what can I do with it? If I take that apparel to a spacesuit bench, I can't customize it. It doesn't even show up. So the reason is because it's not a Mark II. Because this mod does not take, say, Imogene Salzo's suit and do a hard edit over top of it to make it customizable. It assumes that you don't want that to happen to reduce mod conflicts. So, to that end, in order to now customize that clothing that I just crafted or looted or acquired some way, I take that Astral Lounge Charmware and I'm going to craft a Mark II version. Now this requires that DarkStar Enhanced Apparel Manufacturing research, and as you can see, it's kind of truncated, but it's going to consume the Astral Lounge Charmware that I have in my inventory. So it's going to eat that piece of gear, and it's going to give me the DarkStar remade version of that piece of gear labeled Mark II. Astral Lounge Charmware, 1 of 1, quantity 1, it's all I can craft because I only have the one, so go. Now I can't make it anymore because I've consumed the resource. When I check my inventory, you will see that I now have Astral Lounge Charmware 2, and immediately you should see, A, if your memory is good, a little bit more armor up here, and B, it's now called Basic Apparel. So, what can I now do with this? It's clearly different. Something has changed. Let's go and find out. So I take this Apparel Mark II to the spacesuit workbench, and I can now see it in the list. I can click on it, and I have these options available to me. I can change the armor lining. Notice there's no requirements. As long as I can have access to a Mark II piece of gear, I can change the lining effect that is on that piece of gear. Some of these are unique to this mod, such as 25 airborne, 25 corrosive, radiation thermal. So you can turn your clothing into hazard resistance gear. Or you can use a standard base game armor lining or clothing lining, like become 25% harder to detect. This is the same lining effect that comes on the operative suit from the Ryujin quest line. So you can now craft that right away as long as you have the research unlocked to do the Mark II apparel or the apparel enhancement. But let's go ahead and apply the yeah, let's do reload speed instead of persuasion chance. And then next up is quality. Now, these require levels in addition to just having the quality levels unlocked. So you can see DarkStar Quality Research 2 and Special Projects Rank 1. That's all good and fine, but I will not be able to craft a relic apparel, for example, unless I am high enough level to own relic apparel. Just like anything else in the game, for example, a Varun Inflictor, you would not even see starting to drop in the game from NPCs until you're fighting NPCs or on worlds that are level 40, 45, right? And then you don't see the advanced ones dropping until way, way, way later, level 80, 90, etc. NPCs. So this follows that same paradigm where you can get basic apparel at any point you want, but the enhanced or the calibrated equivalent version, it requires a higher level. Exquisite requires a level higher than that, reinforced higher than that, etc., etc. The highest is, of course, relic. Next highest would be unrivaled, followed by superior, and then down to reinforced and below. So I'm going to go with relic because this character is very high level. I want you to look over here on the left at the mass. So at reinforced, which is advanced equivalent, that has a weight of 1. When I jump up to relic, the weight drops to 0, as well as all of the armor values going up and the value of the actual gear going way up. But I do want you to pay attention to the material requirements. They are not cheap. In order to craft this relic quality, I have to have 2 quantum harnesses, fiber, polymer, high tensile spit iron, luxury textile, titanium, membrane. It's not cheap, but it's worth it. So now I have a piece of relic gear. What do I do from here? Well, I can now use these sockets to attach legendary effects. Let's go with anti-ballistic. You can see it turned light blue. We'll go with acrobat, because why not? And armor plated. So now I have legendary Astral Lounge Charmware Mark II with those 3 legendary effects, relic apparel quality setting, and plus 5% reload speed. Ta-da! And the same process works for any piece of headwear, apparel, the cyberware that you can get from these 2 benches or looted in-game. Knowing how this works, you can now craft any clothing that you want to into almost spacesuit level equivalent statistics. So there you have it. Have some fun with it. Make sure you join the Discord. Post some fun screenshots of some wonky clothing that you've acquired and crafted into something truly overpowered. And I will talk to you guys next time about armor.